Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today, folks? Diane, I just sent you a text message. It's from the show phone. I just sent you a text message with a graphic. Nothing like getting in trouble on a Friday, right out of the box at 8 a.m. Could you get that graphic? And when you get the graphic, I'm freezing up. There we go. When you get the graphic, can you do me a favor and put it on the screen? Now, I want to say something here. Diane's going to say, now, what do you want? Because I'm getting ready. When we first started years ago, in the Wayback Machine, right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. A little turn this volume off over here. Never know what'll start playing, right? So when we first started the show years ago, I said to Diane, we need to start at 8 a.m. when Diane first started. And I would talk to her and say, it's very important at 8 o'clock, not 8:01, not 8:03. It's very important to start at 8 a.m. on the dot. That's when people expect us to be here. So she worked out and got it to where we started at 8. And then my good friend Madonna, no, wait a minute, from Canada, of all places, Canada, recorded the national anthem and called me one day and said, I'm from Canada. I love America. And she said, I sing the national anthem. I did it for years at the Canadian NHL hockey games. Because when you play hockey and a team from the other country, you have to play the American anthem and the Canadian anthem, vice versa in the States. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, for years, she sang the American national anthem at the hockey games. And she said, I have it recorded. Can I send it to you? And I got it. And I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I asked her, I said, can it open the show? And so that's when we were making a decision on how to open the show, how to open up, how to let you know, boom, because we love this country. We absolutely love this country. And America, I love it. I'm America first. That's not a battle. Let's not go there right now, but I'm America first. I absolutely love this country. Okay. And so that being said, I decided that we would open up with the national anthem. So Diane, now all of that, how do you, inquiring minds want to know, how do you have it set up on the program that ends, it starts and ends right at 8 a.m.? Am I putting too much? She never knows what I'm going to do. She doesn't know. I mean, she's got a mic over there.
So the video is 1 minute and like 57 seconds. So my alarm goes off 2 minutes prior to the show start, and I wait a few seconds and then I'll push play.
Wow. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There you go. I just outside of a technical issue, Diane and I talked last week. We're going to get this rolling, but we talked last week, and I said, what is one of the things, I think I said something like, what is one of the things that throughout the course of our show? And she said, you always tell me it's not the end of the world. And that made my day, because it's not the end of the world. All right. Technical glitch, camera freezes up. We've been through it all here, and things could happen. Power goes out in the studio, storm goes through, internet goes out. but it's not the end of the world. And that's what we always stay focused on here. It's not the end of the world. Now, that being said, did you happen to get that graphic? Is it ready? Whenever it's ready. Now, this is Hall County, and I want to put this up to start this morning. This is Hall County, Georgia. If you're out there, from sea to shining sea. Citizens, the people, can we make a difference? Can we make a difference? Does our community still count for something? Can we accomplish something? Absolutely. And this right here, it all falls back. When I say all, I'm going to go the big word. All falls back on community and how your community is going to look, how your community is going to move into the future, what happens in your town. I don't care what they do in this town over here. I don't care what they do. It's our community. That, oh my God, I love that. Hall County developer withdraws $1.2 billion data center. Now, I don't have a lot of detail on this, but developer withdraws 1.2 data center application in Hall County. Data center. So take that down, Diane. Thank you very much. That just made my day. That's where I wanted to start. The community. Now, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. This is a day you probably want to write the date down. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Because we're going to put out a couple things today that are going to linger. Now, they're not going to linger and create a bad odor. They're going to linger. They're going to be like, there'll be several things we do today that we might call this show the time capsule. Seriously, we open the show back up in 6 months and say, hey, how is the time capsule? Remember, for those viewers out there from sea to shining sea for years, you remember when I would do the show every single day in a jacket, white shirt, and tie. You remember that? I used to do that. I have probably 70 or 80 ties in that closet over there. And every day, every single day, I would do the show, jacket, white shirt, and a tie. I remember that. Do you? Then I went just to white shirt and a jacket like today. And then I went to a jacket and any shirt would do. And then I went to throwing a t-shirt from time to time or a sweatshirt. Anyhow. All right, folks, time capsule this morning. Now, I'm going to go with this first. At 9:30, we got to get ready for the Georgia Hour. At 9:30, I want to have a Christmas conversation. Yes, at 9:30, want to have a Christmas conversation because it's Christmas. Give me number 50, Diane. And I want to tell a couple Christmas stories. Now, if you're new to the show, I'm straight out of 1970 something. I'm straight out of 1970 something. Straight out, right? We are different. If you started in this world in the 60s and you're straight out of the 70s, we're different people, man. We just are. We are the last generation. We're the last generation that wonders what happened to someone out of high school, because we didn't have Facebook. I mean, we all split up. Some went to college, some went to the military, some went to work, some went to jail. Just say easy, right? But we're the generation split up, and it was 20 years later. I mean, there would have to be a high school reunion, and for a high school reunion, you got to find everybody. Can't do a Google search to come close to finding out how many kids someone has, what kind of business they're in now, how much time the judge gave them. With Last Generation. And then it came up to Facebook. And we started looking for people, right? Our generation, Facebook. And Mark Zuckerberg, which, at first we didn't realize what he was going to do in 2020 with Facebook, right? We didn't realize what he was going to do to suppress information. But at first we loved it because we're looking for people. Somebody found me, 3 more requests. Oh, I remember that guy. Wow, you were ugly in high school, nothing changed. Just saying, right? Or she looked good in high school, and that's all I'll say. Anyhow, so we started finding people. So I'll never forget this one guy. He sent me a friend request, used to hang out with him, 10th, 11th grade or whatever. So used to hang out, right? And when we hang out, we get out, boom, we go our separate ways. This guy finds me. I forget where he lives now. Nice guy. But he starts, made a Facebook friend, and he starts sending me stuff. And then I start looking at his page. We'll just go there of his Facebook post. And I finally sent him a message. I did. I finally sent him a message and said, there's actually a reason why I have not looked for you for 20 years. Now I know why. I wish you well. That's all I'm going to say, right? So that going on, AI, we're at the next generation. And AI is going to take over the world. So in 2026, my hope and my prayer, give me number 8, Diane, and I'm serious. My hope and prayer is 2026, the economy starts roaring. Now, I put it up here before. I've done a full program, and I explained how, when Reagan came into office after Jimmy Carter, the country was in a recession. How long it took to get out of recession, how long it took for President Reagan's policies to start working, interest rates coming down, and things starting to tick in the right direction. So I've discussed that, and I know the hole that we're trying to dig out of as a country. Now, we had a completely government-funded, money-printed economic engine, and you cannot continue. No country on earth can continue with a money printed by its government economic turn of the engine, period, and sustain. It can't happen. And we have to go from that, trying to put jobs back, good jobs back, trying to reinvest in our country, and turn our country into a true capitalist, free market, America first, free market capitalist system that runs off, business. I understand that. But are we headed in the right direction? Now, that is the difference that we're up against. So I've asked a lot of questions on this show to all of you out there. We've had great conversations today. I'm going to probably make some firm, this is how I see it comments. All right, not to upset you, but I'm not a gray area guy. My pastor once said, you're just a black and white guy. That's where you're at. You're black and white. You don't have. One of my dearest pastor friends in the past said, you're just not a gray area guy, are you? No, I'm not. No. Either or. You got a shot. Either, neither. Boom. There you go. And so that being said, I've asked a lot of questions, but I have not made some direct comments. So number 4, right? Number 4, getting into this, Number 4, I can't forget this. My concern in 2026 is that the federal government will take over the states and finalize the takeover of the states. My fear in 2026 is that the federal government will allow surveillance of us, you and I, the people, in a way that we totally lose control, self-control, not in a bad way, not at the party on a Friday night, but we lose and they dominate once and for all. That's my thought, could be coming down the road. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, he participated in stealing the 2020 election. All right. But he obviously recovered with President Donald Trump. Now, you are so tired of this, but I'm going to tie it together this morning. Give me number. I don't see. I understand we took a tanker in Venezuela. Get it. I understand that, right? I get it. I understand the war in Ukraine. I understand the healthcare issue. I understand what redistricting. But the true under the veil that I'm in fear of 2026 happening is not in the limelight. It's not on Steve Bannon's radar. It's not on Tucker Carlson's radar. It's not on Laura Loomer's radar, and I'm not knocking anybody. It's not on Benny Johnson's radar. I mean, Benny's tweeting out yesterday that what, right? And I want, it's very upsetting for us Americans to see this lady in prison. I want to go back to this picture here, but I want number, I know I have it here somewhere, 124, right? So yesterday, to cover up, now wait a minute, to cover up, going to be very bold. All right. So Donald Trump did not want you to highlight David Sachs, did not want you to highlight what's really going on in the Oval Office, serious as can be. So every time they do that and they want something to be back here, the I'm taking over the world kind of stuff, they put out some red meat. So Tina Peters, I absolutely think she should be free today, done. Social media started lighting up with lit right up, boom, like a Christmas tree. Donald Trump pardoned Tina Peters. But folks, it is a Colorado state prison that she's in. She was convicted in a Colorado state court, and only the governor, Jared Polis of Colorado, could move her to a federal penitentiary or let her out of jail. So I'm happy, but nothing changed. So let's go back to the one I just gave you. So right here, Zuckerberg. Now, Time Magazine, number 69, because we're on day 3, what? Well, I forget, 327 or whatever, Trump administration. So here we are. Now, instead of staying focused on affordability, now they're mad because someone like myself, well, you sound like you're taking the Democrat side. No, all right? Instead of staying focused on affordability, the first year we had all these executive orders that sound great. We have all these executive orders that, like, we're going to get them now, but they're just that. You do realize the next president of the United States of America could get on the Oval Office and get to the desk, be it J.D. Vance or a Democrat, and say, the executive order I'm about to sign extinguishes all executive orders from the past administration, and hold it up. And just like that, every executive order in the Trump White House is gone, null, void, over. That's right. So we've had that, but while that's happening, we've got time. Why? The architects of AI are Times 2025 Person of the Year. This is the cover this morning, number 70, right? Now, what they want you to believe, right? There it is, Person of the Year. And we've got Mark Zuckerberg. We've got Sam Altman right there. We got the NVIDIA guy there. We got Elon Musk. What they want you to believe is the most important pressing issue of the day is this. Now that's going on. This is 73. This is, to them, this is the most pressing issue of the day is Indiana did not redistrict. It's not. It's not. We do not need to redistrict America. We need to get our message out and then follow through with what we promised when we get elected. How hard was that? Was that hard? Ready? One more time. We don't need to redistrict America. And this redistricting will do nothing for the 2030 census. You do know that, right? Nothing. The 2030 census, once all the illegals, we're getting 100 here, 100 there. We're getting 100 here and there out. I get it. But once that census takes place, all of this smoke and mirror redistricting, once Texas, right? We needed to take our majorities, get our message out, and then do what we promised the people. And this would be a non-subject. Now, go back. So, Time Magazine, right there, Man of the Year. Now, don't forget this. Don't forget this right here. This is for me. There you go. Sam Altman right in the middle, number 91. You guys are so tired of this. So tired of this. There's Sam Altman right there. January 21st. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison's son, number 99, trying to buy Warner Brothers. It's the man's son. Exclusive investors to Warner Brothers. That's David Ellison, his son. We want to bring in the Arabs, number 100. And who? Right there, Jared Kushner. Can't make any of this up. Now, take that down. Give me number 25. There's a reason why CBS, there's a reason why ABC just did an enormous AI deal. Yes. Trump family quietly enters Netflix, Paramount. That's CBS, right? CNN. Jared Kushner, 27, 28. Right there. They are trying to reorder the world financially. There he is. I do not trust Jared Kushner. That's as firm as I could get. I do not trust Jared Kushner. But at the end of the day, what am I saying? It's Donald Trump's son-in-law. Donald Trump is moving all these things for his children and his grandchildren. He is. Donald Trump is setting up a future of the world, the media control, with people like Jared Kushner very quietly for Kai, his granddaughter, right? Eric's kids, Barron, right? Setting it up. But he has to have deal makers like 28. He has to have David Sachs. And to have David Sachs, he has to have none other than what? He's got to have my favorite pick that I will not forget, 91. That's Larry Ellison's son. Now, that being said, let me give you a little more AI. Now, I use AI. I do. I use it. I'm not telling you I'm here today absolutely hating AI. Not telling you that. But I will say this. I've told you over and over. I don't want AI to take over the states. Now, number 9. Right here. I told you this. Elon Musk. After AI push, Trump administration is now looking to humanoids, robots. That's right. It's moving. Elon Musk. I'm so glad Steve Bannon destroyed Elon Musk, right? Remember that? Can't make this up. Now, that being said, let me get to right here. I will have it momentarily because redistricting is all I keep hearing. $55. You see, they put out yesterday the Tina Peters on purpose. These are the things they want to hide. They've got the Venezuelan oil tanker. Okay. All right. Got it. Healthcare. Why? It just crept up on us lawmakers. We never realized this day would come, but they created chaos. It's called what I call, let's see, I had it here this morning when I was preparing. I call it the Daily Fear. They should have a newspaper out. I might start it. They should have a newspaper out called the Daily Fear, the Daily Crisis, the Daily Look Over Here. It's like the Daily Mail. Here's the Daily Fear of the day. Oh, I'm in fear, but I must go to work. The Daily Crisis. Oh, my. Yes. The Daily Look Over Here. Woo. Over here, squirrel. Now, Trump signs executive order to neuter state AI laws. The order would create one federal regulatory framework for artificial intelligence, President Trump told reporters in the Oval Office. That's it, right? 56. President Trump signed an executive order on Thursday that aims to neuter state laws that limit the artificial intelligence industry at win for tech companies. The order grants broad authority to Attorney General to sue any state and overturn laws that do not support the United States' global AI dominance. You need to read into this. David Sachs is not a Republican. See, you're confused this morning if you're Democrat, Republican. You're confused this morning if you think David Sachs went to the White House to chair the AI and crypto area, but he's now a Republican. No, David Sachs never went there and said, oh, I can't wait to vote Republican, support Republican candidates, or be a Republican, because he is not. His main focus, they're all main focus, BlackRock, the world, Jared Kushner, the Arabs, is to financially rearrange things and control the people. End of story. So that one extremely bothers me. Now, number 62, there's a website called Wired. It's called Wired. It is like my favorite, one of my favorite websites, because it's high-tech people writing a high-tech website that they're not Republicans and they're a little different. But give me number 62. Trump signs executive order that threatens to punish states for passing AI. Right? Now, I'll give you one more, like the Daily Fear, the Daily Crisis, the Look Over Here. 63. So behind the scenes, what has taken place, right? What has taken place? Here is the signing yesterday, video 9.
Good picture. Pulitzer Prize. This is going to be a Pulitzer Prize picture.
Absolutely.
Let's give him the Pulitzer Prize. He said that. Do you like this guy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I do. Everybody likes Albert, right?
Yeah.
No auto pen necessary. That's a whole big deal, isn't it? Well, what's that all about? Okay. Who am I giving this pen to, David? Who am I giving it to?
How about Cyril?
You're right.
Thank you,
what a
sir.
job he's done. That's a good choice. Thank
That was
you very
nice.
much. I almost gave it to Howard. Thank you, everybody, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, press. Let's go.
Thank you, Peter.
There you go. Right? AI. 2026. Now, warning mounts in Congress over expanding U.S. wiretap powers. Give me FISA reform, video 5.
I was ecstatic a decade ago when we got an amendment passed to require a warrant, but somehow that got stripped out. And it's kind of like Lucy and the football and Charlie Brown. We get so close, or we think we've won, and then it gets pulled away. And I'll talk a little bit about the elephant in the room. One of our colleagues here who used to be for FISA reform is now the Speaker of the House and cast the deciding vote against FISA reform last Congress. We don't want to talk about that too much, but I'm going to bring it up because when he was asked why did he change his position, he said he learned some stuff in a skiff. Well, the skiff is like the magic room where they go change your mind. The problem with his story is I spent 3 hours in the skiff with him. And when we pressed the CIA director and the director of national intelligence and the head of the FBI, all of them were in the skiff, give us one example where you couldn't have solved the crime or you couldn't have prevented some mass casualty event because of a warrant requirement. They could not give us a single example. The only person in that room who had a decent argument about anything was a FISA judge who said, you're going to need more skiffs somewhere if we're going to review these, we're going to have to review warrants. And so it became a cost issue, but I thought that was kind of lame. It's going to cost some money to follow the Constitution. Okay, what's it going to cost?
So give me 193. As you continue to think, right? 94. As you continue to think that they're going to end these networks. They're in on it. They're all in on it together. Morning Joe, Minka, they're all in on it together. Give me 113, right? And who is OpenAI? Disney gives OpenAI access to characters with some limits. ABC, is this Sam Altman? Who is it? ABC, Disney gives them access to the characters. Give me 114. Stock market just hit all-time high. When will the fake polls show that I'm doing a great job on the economy and much more? Sorry, Mr. President. Sorry. This don't cut it. Sorry. Stock market is not how we see our electric bill, not how we see our grocery bill, our car insurance, our homeowner insurance, our property tax. The list goes on. No, Mr. President, this is not how we see it. And number two, Mr. President, just to say this to you in the nicest way I possibly can. The market's rigged. The market's rigged, Mr. President. So please don't use a rigged financial system, the market, as your sticking point on how well the economy's doing. I say that nicely in all due respect. Give me 64. But, you know, if all else fails, right? Is that 64? Maybe it's not. Maybe I got the wrong one. Where's it at? I got it here, right? That's the one right there. Yeah, give me number, sorry, Diane, give me number 89. If all else fails, cut the price on the fat shot. They did that. But they didn't realize the insurance thing when we return. Take a break.
It's Santa's final clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $10,000 off 2025 Chevy Suburbans or up to $8,000 off Chevy Tahoes. But hurry, Santa's final clearance will be gone in a flash. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we put the days in the holidays. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
How are you today? How are you? You know, Diane, I don't know if in the first segment I even said like good morning. I don't even know if I did. I just got right into it. It may have happened. It may not. I don't even know. So, please join me at 9:30 this morning. I want to talk about Christmas. I want to tell a Christmas story. I want you to join me at 10 o'clock will be the Georgia Hour. And I will tell you this, at the end of the Georgia Hour, you don't want to miss the close of our program today. It's very important, the close of our program today. I have something you want to stay for. So please do. We get out of here at 11. We're going to enjoy 60-some degrees today, but then like Monday morning, it's going to be wind chill factor like close to 0 and like single digits in some areas in North Georgia. I know you want me to share that with you, Diane. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com, voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. Now, I want to run through a couple things, and I'm going to give you the high sign, the up and down, right? And this is what I started earlier today. I started talking about, we have everything's been tied up with this whole MTG kind of thing going on, right? Yes, MTG kind of thing going on. Everywhere I look, MTG here, MTG there. Will she run? Will she not? She is part of the Daily Squirrel. Yes, I got a viewer voted for the Daily Squirrel. In fact, I think we'll start a program called that. Diane, write that down. Let's lock that in. Let's get all the legal document ready for it so nobody gets it. We're going to call the Daily Squirrel, and we're just going to do segments on things like look over here. Now, that being said, immigration, illegal immigration. I am not for, we're going to go one at a time. I am not for illegals coming across that border. But I have a question for you. Now, we sealed the border. Now, answer me this question. Give me number 83, all right? We sealed the border, and I'm happy. I want to say this. The Trump administration has done a good job sealing the border. But I have a question for you. Amano, did we? Maybe we did, and I don't know it. Is the Trump leaves tomorrow and a Democrat is there, or leaves in the future and the Democrat is there, Trump's not running for 2028. So The hat is nice. If you want the hat, get the hat, but it's not happening. So when Trump is gone from the White House, will the border continue to be secure? Have we completed all the technology, the wall? I mean, are we ready for it to be secure completely for good? I just want to know. Now, getting rid of Trey Diaguas or whatever they are, I'm all about it. All about it. The raids, I think if they're raiding places that are just sincerely 105, just sincerely drug, criminals. I know what you're going to say. Well, they're all criminals. Okay. But I'm going to tell you right now, we have to get them out, right? We got to close the border for good. We got to fix our complete immigration system. We got to figure out what we're going to do and get it done with children that come here 3-4 years old that are put into schools. We've got to get rid of the cartels. If our ICE agents will go get rid of all the cartels, seriously, I'm going to stay in favor of that. But arresting U.S. citizens, number 106, they actually want this on the front pages. And I'm not in favor of all the raids. I'm not in favor. Now, do I think it's okay if a daycare in America has an illegal teaching a class of citizens and we should just let it go? Absolutely not. But that's not a raid situation where we terrify the kids, go in and get this person. We take those resources and we put them in an area and we get the killers, the murderers, the rapists, the cartels, the drugs, the gangs. We get them out. Then we go in to those places, not guns a-blazing, doors getting knocked down, the handcuffs, and we let these people know they're going to have to leave our country. I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback. I mean, I'm not for illegal immigration. No, not at all. It is collapsing our school system. I'm smart enough to know that. It's collapsing our hospital system. It's collapsing our housing situation. I get it. I get it. But what we are doing, the American people don't want to see a citizen. All right? Bottom line, if you are a citizen of the United States of America, you want your rights protected. Now, give me this one here, 110. I'm going to be very clear. I'm totally against this. I think this is a major mistake. I think he's wrong. I don't like it. I want to be up front. I want it on the record. Can't stand the ballroom. Can't stand the ballroom. I have been to events. I've been to black tie events in my life. Okay? I do not like the ballroom, period. We're not going to fight. You do what you want. You like the ballroom. You're excited. Trump talks timeline of the White House ballroom, right? But he goes to Pennsylvania and he says Democrats created a hoax on affordability. Got a problem, folks. Got a problem, okay? 111, Trump promises White House ballroom completion in about 1.5 years. Nope, not on board with it. Don't like the ballroom, all right? Here is 116. Here is even Newt Gingrich is out there saying if we don't get turned around, right? If we don't get turned around on it's 116, 115. Even Newt Gingrich is out there saying if we don't get turned around on the economy, we're going to get taken to the cleaners in the midterms. 116. Now, Texas, give me 85 and then go to 116. So, Texas as redistrict, all right, They've changed the map. Court upheld it. 5 districts to the red. California voted yes to redistrict, so they're going to attempt to redistrict 5 districts in California to the blue. But boy, it took up a lot of airtime for these 24-hour corrupt networks, did it not? Right? So they cancel each other out. Now, Indiana, I want to show you something. Give me 116. Indiana is a plus 20 state. Now, keep that in mind. It's a R plus 20. You can't make that up. R plus 20. Now, 128. This is what they proposed. To get rid of Indiana Republicans, defy Trump, reject redistricting plan. Now, Indiana, the state of Indiana, Republicans have a supermajority. Now, not only are we losing midterms, special elections to Democrats, and not only do we have people in the Republican Party, people like Josh McCoon, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, not only do we have people coming up and saying, well, there's special elections and that's historic and it's a one-off. Okay, I have told you, people are moving away from Trump. Trump is flying the plane into the side of a mountain right now, right? And I have to tell you, he's running out in the middle of traffic, and half the plane is America First, and half the plane is MAGA, and he's going to take all of us into the hill, and we're going to watch. All right? He's president of the United States. That's it. He's not God. Number 128. Now, the one thing about this, give me 129. This is the current map. Gary, Indiana, and Indianapolis. So they wanted to gain 2 districts in Indiana. Here is 130. 21 Republicans join. 10 Democrats in voting down the proposal on the map in Indiana. All right? Well, let me just say this. 136, more evidence of Trump losing grip on the GOP. No matter if you like what you just see, what you see there right now, it is true. This is not a midterm. This is not a special election. This is the Indiana state legislature, right? They're a supermajority of Republicans. Indiana is a plus 20 state for Donald Trump. Indiana clearly, not like Georgia, well, that's another story, but Indiana clearly went for Trump all 3 times. Plus 20 state. Supermajority. What does a supermajority mean? That their legislature is so Republican that if the governor would veto something they put up, they've got the power to override it. But you know what? They said no to Donald Trump. Now, 140, this is a rumor. He denies it, but he's already said that he wants these people primaried. I mean, Trump's only MO is primary them. Get rid of them. They're not MAGA. They're not America First. You can't just say that and it be true. I mean, you can't. If you go out there today and say BKP's not America First, you can't say that. You can say it, but it's not true. I am. Well, he said he didn't like the ballroom. He must not be MAGA. I am Make America Great Again, America First, constitutional, compassionate, pro-life, conservative, fiscal conservative, free market American, Republican all day long. Can't change it. So apparently roads will not get paved, guard bases will close, major projects will stop. Now, Trump denies that was ever said. And here is 141. Republicans rebuke Trump in Indiana. Right? There you go. It is happening. But I want to tell you something. This is a daily squirrel. Look over here. Redistricting. There's no more room to redistrict in Georgia. We're not getting our message out. We didn't close the border through Biden. We didn't get Biden out of office. Right? We didn't. We didn't impeach Biden. I mean, we had control. We had control, right? Republican Party had the majority the last 2 years under Joe Biden, correct? Tell me if I'm wrong. We didn't impeach him, right? We didn't hold hearings on his cognitive function. We didn't take the things that we knew was happening in the White House or the lack of things happening in the White House. We didn't do any of that. We don't get our message out. And when we put a message out, we don't follow through with what we tell the American people we're going to do. And here we are sitting in charge of all three. Well, this is Obamacare. Folks, today, Republicans have that White House. They have the Senate and they have the House of Representatives. You can yell Obamacare all day long. Well, this is the Biden administration. People live today. Take a break. We'll be right back.
It's Santa's final clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $10,000 off 2025 Chevy Suburbans or up to $8,000 off Chevy Tahoes. But hurry, Santa's final clearance will be gone in a flash. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we put the days in the holidays. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Diane, I sent you a text message and then I sent you another picture. Okay, relax. Relax. I can always tell. I get the vibe like 150 pictures is not enough with you already. So we're rolling through them at 9:30. I want to talk about 20 minutes. Then I want to talk about Christmas. Then I want to get ready for the Georgia Hour. And then I want to talk about the Frost family. Frost family, Christmas. Wow, that goes together. And what else? Bada bing, bada boom, right? Now, Diane, I think we are at 9 o'clock. I think we made 1 hour. I don't think I said any bad words. I don't think so. Don't think so. You know, I didn't take the money. Because I told you today I'm going to make a couple comments, going to leave you with where you could say, well, wait a minute. But I didn't take the money. I had an option a couple years back. When I say a couple years, I had an option to run down the Republican establishment lane in Georgia, and I didn't take it. And I did. I had a couple, can't go into great detail, a couple national options to run down the road with people much like Steve Bannon. I was on Steve Bannon's show one time. So I told you today, I don't hate anybody, but I don't like Steve Bannon because, see, I know millions watch a week maybe. I get that. But I know within Georgia who sends him and feeds him stuff in Georgia firsthand, to where I know Steve Bannon is fed his narrative on many things. I know it for a fact. I was on his show, and when I didn't take the deal, now I'll say it like that, when I didn't take the deal, they cut me off. And I never will. I won't take the deal. You can't purchase a narrative. So that being said, let me get to this right here, the healthcare. Now, folks, I have gotten messages saying, you sound like you're on the Democrat side. And I have to stop and say, and you know what side that is? How? Can you Can you describe that side to me? Because I look at headlines every morning. It's what I bring to you, the headlines that are going on. And 61, Republicans flounder on health care while Trump avoids specifics. Now, so Trump was, let's not get into the 2020. I don't think we have any illusions or misunderstanding or anything where I'm at on 2020 election. It was stolen by the American people, stolen from the American people. But Trump was president for 4 years. Okay, now, please, here's what we've got a problem with. We'll bring up John McCain and the thumb. Okay. Then we bring up Biden. Then we bring up Obama, right? Okay. Then we bring up whatever. But Trump was president of the United States for 4 years. Now, the subsidies, the ACA subsidies, Republicans were in on increasing the subsidies. And the subsidies basically became unlimited because of COVID. These are COVID-era ACA subsidies, Affordable Care Act. Now, Republicans say they just want to dial them back. They want to take away transgender health care, meaning, no surgeries for transgender abortion. But in 4 years, Trump was president of the United States. We never actually got to look at a health care plan. Now, we're 300 and some days in, and there's been enormous work put together for what? For AI? For around the world? For investment in the country, or may I say selling the country out, right? Redistricting? Where has the actual, knowing this day is coming, we're working off a CR, continuing resolution, right? Working off a continuing resolution. We know this day is coming not just in 30 days. We're going to go into 2026, right? We're going to go into 2026. We don't have a peace plan yet for this year for Ukraine. And we have the ballroom. We spent more time talking about a ballroom. We spent a lot of time talking about the stock market. We can't get this lady indicted 117. We can't get anybody put in jail, right? Just saying. Now, 122, healthcare. I did not take the shot. I didn't take the shot. I didn't do it. Okay? FDA to add black box warning on COVID vaccines. Now, give me number 123. This is good. This is good. But a warning on the COVID-19 vaccine is not putting Anthony Fauci in prison. No. A warning on the COVID-19, Rochelle, the CDC, is not putting her in prison. No. A warning on the COVID-19 vaccine is not putting, Rachel Maddow in prison, who said, or anyone that said, if you take this, it eradicates, you can't get it again, right? No one has stood accountable for any of it. The deaths tied to this, no one has stood accountable. The damage done by these, no one has stood accountable. The fact of the doctors that would not take this shot, the men and women that lost their jobs that would not take this shot, the people that left their positions because they either took the shot or out, no one has stood accountable for this. No one. The doctors that had their careers ruined, attacked and ruined, no one has stood accountable for this. I mean, we go into Christmas, 1 year in Trump's term, we promised the American people, this is not a Republican issue, but FDA to add black box warning on COVID vaccines. Okay. And Fauci's in jail. Well, you got to... Okay. All right. So I'm just saying. Now, 125, the health care. 126, 127. U.S. Senate rejects health care plan from both parties, clearing the way for Obamacare subsidies to expire. Why? 133, Senate rejects plan to address sharp rise in health care premiums. 134, Senate rejects extension of health care subsidies as costs are set to rise for million Americans. Right? Well, 137, any hopes Congress passes a health care deal? 142, health insurance premiums set to skyrocket. 143, failed Senate bill, Democrat bill, extends Obamacare subsidies, Republican bill, replaces subsidies with $1,500 direct payments into health savings accounts. What? Now send $1,500 into direct savings accounts, and this phone will ring 978, 63, 45 times a day saying, we can take your $1,500 from you right this minute in some kind of scam or fraud because we know you have it. Really? This is the answer? Now, let me tell you something. 3 things. Nothing on both sides of the aisle, Republican or Democrat, nothing addresses the insurance companies. Not one of these graphics, not a chyron out there, nothing. There's not a plan that demands insurance companies, competitive rates or something. Nothing. That's 1. 2, nothing in these plans addresses the pharmaceutical companies. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And nothing in these plans addresses these major, enormous healthcare facilities across the countries, these conglomerates, the Northsides, the Piedmonts, all across the country. Nothing. Nothing addresses those. Nothing addresses the pharmaceutical companies. Nothing addresses the healthcare. It's all subsidies. Subsidies. You see, if you don't see the money, you don't care if they're sending the insurance company $50 or $50,000. You don't see it. That's how it's all set up and staged. Where is the plan? 145, right? Where's the plan? Now, healthcare, cliff coming. What are they going to do? 144, energy prices rising across the country. Energy prices rising across the country. 138, new fears of energy prices rising. Now, let me make sure, is there anything else? Because I want to be back right at 9:30 to talk Christmas. Let's see. Hold on. Hang on there, Baba Louie. No MTG today. I'm not going to do any MTG. I remember, you may get mad at me, but I remember, give me 107, 108, and then 107. Trump may be losing his touch. Peggy Noonan. Now, I know you don't like Peggy Noonan, but I'm going to tell you, there was a time years ago, 107, Donald Trump is tantamount nearly 11 months in. He's a rocket not going up, but sideways or down. All polling say down. On Thursday, APNORC reported his approval on the economy and immigration has fallen substantially since spring. Right? I used to read everything Peggy Noonan had years ago. Everything. Now, 103, they want war. 101, where's the Epstein files? Boy, didn't we have the Daily Squirrel? Didn't we have the Daily Squirrel on that one? Right? The Daily Squirrel. Where's the Epstein files? Where are they all at? 97. Now, if you noticed when they first went to a judge and asked on the Epstein files in Florida to release the grand jury testimony, the judge said no. But they gave them a couple months to scrub them. Yes, they did. They gave it like 6-7 weeks and went back, and now they're going to release them. Anytime they release them 6 weeks later, anything in America, it's almost like give us a chance to cleanse the product and we'll get back to you. Democrat mayor in Miami, first time in 30 years. And hey, the best news all week. 104, UN recognizes Italian food as cultural heritage. Okay. Folks, I'm straight out of the 1970s. We've got the Georgia Hour coming up. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything on the front page I wanted to get to. Don't forget number 32, that we approved $400 million for Ukraine, just when you thought we would never see any more money go to Ukraine, or we promised the American people we would not. Give me number 57, 58, and then 59, 57, right there. Here, $400 million going to Ukraine. Here is, what's his name? Is it Ruddy or whatever? Putin is in empire building again. They are preparing war. 59, preparing for war. Right there. NATO chief warns Putin could attack alliance within 5 years. We'll be back right after these messages.
It's Santa's final clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $10,000 off 2025 Chevy Suburbans or up to $8,000 off Chevy Tahoes. But hurry, Santa's final clearance will be gone in a flash. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we put the days in the holidays. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll have the Georgia Hour. We're asking you to stay with us to the end of the show. We have a kind of a special ending for you today as we leave the show today. Now, we have a lot going on as we are racing. You have your Christmas tree up. You got your lights up. You got your cat trying to knock it down. You got your dog thinking it's indoor plumbing. You've got everything going on. It's great. It really is. It's a beautiful time of the year. And it's a beautiful time of the year. And, we're rapidly moving towards the end of the year and New Year's Eve. We've got college football going on. Just a really quick, how about them dogs? Alabama's in there. We're going to be nice today. Give me number 86. How about them dogs? We got number 86 right there, Alabama. This is the playoff schedule right there. James Madison, Oregon. Love to hear all the arguing online of who should be in and who should not be in. So we've got that coming up starting next week. Right here tomorrow night, 68. We've got Heisman Trophy. Yes, it's time for the Heisman Trophy, right? That's tomorrow night. Now I am, these are the top four. I am Vanderbilt, Diego Pave. Is that his name? Pave? That's my pick, Vanderbilt. Fernando Mendoza, I like the guy from Indiana. Not really, Notre Dame or obviously Ohio. But my pick is Diego Pave or Fernando Mendoza of Indiana. But there you go. That's tomorrow night. Now, so take that down. Now, I grew up. I'm a kid of the. Give me number 38. I'm a kid of the 70s. I grew up in the 70s. Okay, so this is the little dot. There's the house on the corner where I grew up in New Jersey, and you see the roads there. We ride our bike around the road. I mean, it was just great. And you see the line that I'm showing you on the screen is the sleigh ride. That boom, that is the navigation between all the backyards where the house is, crossing the street and off into the woods. The arrow at the bottom takes you off into the woods. Now, so my dad moves us into Diamond Hill, New Jersey, where it's about 1968, I guess. I don't know. We'll just call it 1968. Many moons ago. And, there was a lot of Christmas gifts, I remember this one, 43. Remember this one in the 70s, right? 43. And you had the cars right here. And now I could go on and show you others, right? So you remember when we got those cars? So I think this is, I'm at number 40. I think this is 1969. So I'm only going to show you one. I could show you a couple. Yes. And that's the downstairs fireplace. We got the punching bag. Give me number 45 and then go back to 40, right? So there's the punching bags. You remember that? We go through the magazine, you get the punching bag. You're not allowed to punch anything now, right? You can't punch your brother. You can't punch your sister. You can't get a punching bag, right? You even got the kid in there displaying. So go back to 40. I think this is 1968. I really do. You see a little car on the track. Solid state. See the old solid state TV there in the cabinet? Cabinet edition, 1968, right? Got the punching bag over there. Now, this is my little brother. I don't know what kind of game he has. It's my little brother over there in his PJs. And yes, that would be your host right in the middle, right? We got the racetrack. Just saying. That's Christmas. Yes, I have a buzz cut. I got a flat top, right? Flat top, 1968. Oh, man, what a time. Now, this was 68. This is 69. It might have been 69. I think 1970 was this right here, number 47. I think this was 1970, right? That was the Huffy bicycle, right? I think this is 1970 when this Christmas happened. So take that down. So I'm a kid straight out of the 70s. Absolutely love the memories of it. Love the 70s. I think we're the greatest people in the whole world, man. I really do. So, I could tell 70s stories all day long. Building a fort in the woods, kids going and building the fort, taking that bike, lining up the garbage cans, jumping them. Parents didn't know if you were living. Right, your mom and dad did not know that you had gone through the neighborhood with all your friends. Go back to here, right? Number 38. So go back to here. So your mom and dad, now look at this right here. This is the actual neighborhood where I grew up. Your mom and dad did not know that you were at the top of the hill. Look at that long run all the way down through there, the road. This is Park Avenue. This is Highland. Park was better. We liked Park Avenue better, the furthest one out. And go to the top of the hill. See where that top is, right? Your parents didn't know that we had, we were doing the Evel Knievel. We grew up in Evel Knievel days, all right? So they had no idea that we had gone to the top of the hill, and we're coming down through there for kids. I mean, we got to be doing, 72 mile an hour or whatever, but we're rolling. Rolling. And we have a door that we found in some dad's garage. We go through the garages. So the door's the ramp. And then we start going and gathering up all the metal. Back then, we didn't have Rubbermaid. We're not from the Rubbermaid generation. We're just not. So we have metal trash cans, rusted out the bottom. You can hear someone dragging those metal cans up the driveway. Everybody, hey, neighbor's bringing the cans in. So we go through, we gather the cans. Everybody, then we jump 4, then we jump 5. Parents have no idea we're doing this on the bicycles. We jump 6, and then we get into who starts to die. You go to 7 garbage cans, somebody's back tire grabs the can, boom, flips them over. They're all scraped up. So they're out. You get up to 8 cans, whatever. So it's the cans till you. Parents have no idea what we're doing. None. And then we take a break and we go through all the garages, get all the scrap wood. Don't ask. Get every dad's nails. Don't ask. Get the hammers. We head for the woods to build a fort. Greatest, the 70s. Now let's go to winter. Now I do not have. This is like an Olympic run. All right. Now, the dot is the corner where I live. This is our house on the corner where I lived. 230 houses, I think, in this neighborhood. Started to build it in 1966. This is back when America, a family averaged 4 kids. But the majority of the neighborhood was Catholic. So we might have been out of balance. Right? Yes. So we had the Catholic families where we had, you had 3 houses to pick from. Split level, bi-level, ranch, garage. So almost every house you see, and this is just the top of this subdivision, but every house you see, 200 and some, 4 kids. Some of them 6, 7. Like I said, a lot of Catholic families. I was Baptist. I was probably the only Baptist in that picture. There you go, family. Now, that being said, so we go to the top of the hill. Now, you get up and it's Christmas, and you got this right here under the tree, number 39. Now, I will say this in the South. I love each and every one of you. I absolutely do. I love each and every one of you. I really do. And so, flexible flower. If you got up And you had to break this top in. The steering you had to break in. Because when you first got it, the runners and everything was stiff. So you had to fight it and break that in. That's your steering. Oh, you knew how to slide in the snow. But that being said, if you live somewhere in the country where you didn't get a flexible flyer for a kid, I wish you well. I mean, dude, let's not. But I remember that. Now, here you go, number 41. This is it, the flexible flyer. Now, when we're going to sleigh ride, because I lived in an area where we got snow. We got a lot of snow. And you go on the sleigh ride, right? You get your flexible flyer. Give me number 42. These are the runners. And I've told this on the show before. This is true. This is the runners on. See the runners? Now, you want to talk about really getting in trouble, going into your mom's dining room and grabbing the candles out of the candle holders, in the dining room. She doesn't see you going outside because you got to wax the runners. I mean, how can you compete in the downhill if those runners are not waxed? You got to. So you got to wax the right. You are in so much trouble now. So you get on number 49. You get on you go and you got all the kids and you get dressed and you got a snowsuit. I mean, you see Christmas Story and you see the snowsuit and the kid falls over. So you got your snowsuit on. You got your boots. Now you had shoes and we had rubber galoshes or whatever went over. And we had the metal clasp, remember? That flapped over, whatever. Some of us had different boots, but you had everything and anything, right? So you got your boots on, you're good to go, snowsuits on, and you got to get your bank robber mask, right? So your nose right there is all running and raw. I know you might not like this. And so you're not out there very long. You got a couple runs downhill, and you're already froze right here. This is froze. In your bank robber mask. You keep pulling it down and it's wet in your mouth. I mean, you just got to be a kid and remember this. I mean, so you froze here. Okay, boom. So you got your bank robber mask on. You grab number 39. You grab your flexible flyer. And you've got 10-year-old kids, right? Number 38. There's a flexible flyer. And you're headed to the top of the hill. Now, so, hey, man, you're snow. Get dressed, sleigh ride. Now, these houses back to back, and you had a route down between them. I mean, this was an amazing run. I mean, you're negotiating around trees. You've hit the route 2 or 3 times. You got a couple snow banks. It's amazing. It is. I'll never forget it. I'll go to my grave remembering the sleigh riding. Yes, I mean, I can bike riding, sleigh. This one particular time. So we had all the kids, right? Think of Sandlot, the baseball. Now you see the arrow. So what you would do is you come down the hill, negotiate. Everybody's racing, and I'm talking 10, 11, 10-year-old kids on sled. More someday. Cross the road. You come down a little hill. You're going so fast. You cross the road. It's snow covered. And you go down behind this house. See that house right there where the arrow is? You go down behind this house. Now, right here is woods. Woods goes off, right? So behind the house, woods go off, and there's a major area of woods that's undeveloped. I mean, trees, woods, like I said. Then you get to the bottom of the hill, so the subdivision starts again. It's way down there, right? Now, so you go down, boom, right? So when you get to the back of the hill, you got to cut it real hard, and you feel that right there, and everybody has to stop. You don't go over the mountain. You don't go over the hill, right? So I'm going to say we're 10 years old. We got some 9-year-olds. My brother is 8. My brother is 8. We got some 9-year-olds. We got some 7-year-olds. So we come down the hill. And there's a bunch of us. And just think of all the kids in the neighborhood. There's myself. There's Henry. There's Billy. There's Richie. There's my brother, Jerry. There's Nicky. Nicky is different. He's different. He's a great guy, but Nicky's different. okay? No matter what we do as kids, Nikki's different. Just saying, not bad. He's just... What just happened? Nikki. Go to a store. What just happened? Nikki. Nikki's different. Nikki could get you in trouble no matter where you went. Now, we love him. And actually, my mom calls me one day and said, guess who come to see me the other day? Nikki. Yeah. My mom, he still goes and talks to my mom. My mom knows Nikki. Still yet, up in the old... So, anyhow, let me get to there because we got to get to the George hour. So, we're coming down the hill. Now, it is 2025. 2025. We're coming down the hill. We'll take it's 1972. We'll go 72, right? 72. We'll call it 72, right? 82, 92, 2000. 50 some years ago, right? 50 some years. To this day. To this day. It's a legend. I mean, how many times in life do you do something that's legendary? So we're coming down the hill. We're racing. Boom, 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 right? Flying. All 10 of us. Bank robber mask on. Face frozen. I mean, you can't beat it. What joy. Cross the road. Get into the backyard. Everybody kicking their flexible flyer like this. So, you know, to stop because the woods are out there. Woo! The woods, right? I mean, you don't stop. You could die. I'm not joking. You're 10 years old. You could die. You don't stop. It could be it. You could get hurt very bad. Because you're coming down through there, I don't know, 30 mile an hour. Seriously, 40? I don't know. You're flying if you've ever run a sled downhill that far. Everybody stopped. All of a sudden, here comes Nikki. Nikki, right? Nikki's not cutting it. We're like, Nikki. He's not cutting it. He's not cutting it. Oh, my God. Nikki goes flying off the edge. Flying. I mean, we see Nikki take off in midair. Flexible flyer. Holding on like this. Like he's in some Olympics. And we don't see him anymore. He's gone. Oh, my God. Nikki died. So we all go running over the edge. And he's laying down there. The sled's all laid up against the trees, laying down there in the snow. And he's going, oh, oh. And he rolls over. He's like this. He goes, oh. And then he grabs himself in his crotch. And he said, oh, I hurt my tootsies. Honest Injun. I hurt my tootsies. To this day, the legend remains. That will always be known. The kids today in that neighborhood in 2025, when they sleigh ride, it's still called to this day Tootsie Cliff. To this day. That's Tootsie Cliff. To this day. Because Nikki hurt his tootsies flying off the edge. Swear to God, I'll never forget that. That is to me, I could give you baseball, I could give you football, I could give you bike riding, I can give you jumping garbage cans, I can give you just memory after memory, but nothing like the day Nikki went off the edge in his flexible flyer. I mean, think about it, we're 10 years, there's a half dozen of us over the hill wondering if he's alive, and he's moaning. What do you mean you hurt your tootsies? They're my tootsies, man. Nikki, you're not right. Nikki, you're not right. Legendary. Now, let me say this because we got to go to the 50. We have to go to the Georgia hour. But you know what? I see the kids today. My sister said something to me yesterday. Said, like, I mean, I'm not into getting anything anymore. I love watching the children. I have 6 grandkids. We have 6 grandkids. I love watching my wife. She makes sure she gets all the grandkids the right sizes and what they want. And it's wrapping paper everywhere in the house. It's for the kids. Play video 1 and then come back for the Georgia Hour. Video 1, please.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about. Lights, please. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them. And the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not. For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
We'll be back with the Georgia Hour at 10 o'clock, right at the top, 10 o'clock. Let's go, Diane. We'll be back at 10 for the Georgia Hour. See you then.
It's Santa's final clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $10,000 off 2025 Chevy Suburbans or up to $8,000 off Chevy Tahoes. But hurry, Santa's final clearance will be gone in a flash. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we put the days in the holidays. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
It's Santa's final clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $10,000 off 2025 Chevy Suburbans or up to $8,000 off Chevy Tahoes. But hurry, Santa's final clearance will be gone in a flash. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we put the days in the holidays. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. It's time for the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour is brought to you by voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. Now, we have a lot of things we want to cover. Let me just say this. About 10:45, we're going to take a 1-minute break, just a 1-minute break. I want Diane to reset the recording. And for the close of today's show. All right, very important, today's close. So, now, we're going into 2026. In Georgia, we have the 2026 elections. And right now, we are reeling from what I call, Diane, I sent you one, number 148. Just make sure I got it to you. We are reeling from what I call excuses. And we had a Georgia GOP. Hey, I think, Diane, the first 2 hours, I didn't say any bad words. I'm going for the trifecta, no bad words. We're going to close this show out. But we had a rigged Georgia GOP convention. Now, the Georgia GOP has been through a lot. We'll leave it there. And Josh McCoon was running for re-election. David Cross was the second vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. David Cross was opposing Josh McCoon for chairman. So without going in, because you guys know basically all of the story, without going into detail, it was a rigged convention. In fact, the entire Republican Party, state convention or state election for officers was rigged from the start. And we've done episode after episode. Now, where I'm going with this today, and I'm going to show this to you and lay it out for you, all right? But many of us, we know going into 2026, we had to have a plan. And we knew going into 2026 that Josh McCoon, the current chairman of the Georgia GOP, was not prepared with a game plan with the state officers. Now, we've had this. And we're not going to take the time. Number 2, here you go. Here is the Georgia GOP retweeting a group pic from Orion Roy for Turning Point Action. And if you look, number 1, that would be Brad Barnes. Brad Barnes was named right there in the front, one of those pictures. He was named special advisor to the Georgia GOP chairman, right there in the middle, blue shirt. And about, I guess, a month ago, they started asking to have him removed, and Josh McCoon will not do it. I'll take that down. So we've had some special elections in Georgia. We have Marjorie Taylor Greene getting out. And we have this right here, number 21. So the other day, we had a special election, right here. 21, and it's a jungle primary. So let me say, I want to stay very focused, and these are things you can go look at. So Democrats flip a Senate seat, and in a special election the other night over in Hall County. Now, here is the thing, number 22, Dutch, all right, Democrat, right? Eric, what's his name? Geisler? What is that his name? Yeah, Geisler. He's the Democrat. Now, Dutch, the Republican who lost in the district over in Oconee County in Athens, only lost by a couple hundred votes, but he lost, a Republican. Now, we're also talking about a district that is a plus 21 or 22, an R plus. This is a major R plus district, but we are, as the Republican Party in Georgia, they're doing nothing but making excuses that they're up against so many special elections like they did not know this could be happening. And a Democrat takes the hold. Now, the number 23 and then back to 22. You will see here is the election results. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. It's the Republican Party of Georgia. And I'm going to get out of it. There you go. Those are the election results, as you can see, where about 12,000 votes, 6, about 12,000, 11-5 determined. And Geisler, the Democrat, comes up with about 51, close to 51%. This is a special election in a jungle primary. So first and foremost, this shows you completely how the Georgia Republican Party throughout the years, closing our primaries, plurality, stop this crazy runoff system, and jungle primaries. We've not fixed our elections in Georgia, and we're not even getting into Fulton County yet, right? System in Georgia. Lawmakers don't talk about fixing the system. So that happens. Now, we have a lieutenant governor's race. We're going to come back to this. I want to lay some things out. Now, this is the Senate. So I want to show you, I'm going to need someone. We have a lieutenant governor's race. And in the lieutenant governor's race, this guy right here, where is he? I had him here earlier. I know I have him. Got to have him. This is the Senate, right? And where's he at? Hold tight, hold tight. There he is, 15. Give me 15. So, Lieutenant Governor, this is John Kennedy. He is a state senator, just like the race we just lost. He is a state senator in Macon. And in Macon, he resigned his state Senate seat because he's running for lieutenant governor. So he will not be in the next legislative session. So a special election will happen in Macon in his district, which will be a jungle primary, which again, Republicans did not fix, right? Now, these Republicans know that. So this morning, the question is right here. Give me number 147, Diane. Here's the question this morning. How many? Now, there is David Clark. I'm struggling. Everything today is nice. There's David Clark. He is a state representative, top corner. He's not announced if he's going to resign. I don't know if he's resigned, but I know his brother Josh Clark. But in the center square at the top is Greg. I'm trying. I can't do it. That's Greg the Weasel Dolezal. I tried. That's not a bad word. I'm being nice. That's center square at the top. That's Greg the Weasel Dolezal. Far end is State Senator Steve Gooch. And then you have John Kennedy that is resigned. And then you have Blake Tillery on the bottom, the redheaded young man there on the bottom corner. Now, Dolezal, rumor is going around that he may resign. That's rumor. So he can raise money and campaign. That's rumor. Gooch has not said he's going to resign. He didn't say no. I'm going to put it like that. He didn't say no, but he did not say he's going to resign. Kennedy has resigned. Now, these are all special elections. Now, Blake Tillery on the bottom, he said, the redheaded young man there, he said, state senator, he would not resign. He would finish out the work that the people sent him to do. Well, that sounds admirable, does it not? But what I really think the truth is he is the chair of the Georgia State Senate Appropriations Committee, and he could twist some arms. He could raise money walking around this legislative session, lobbyists and stuff, money just falling out behind him. He could, big question marks, he could be in the position to make the most deals. So it's advantageous, although he sounds honorable, that I'm the honorable guy and I'm not going to leave this position. It sounds good. But he may be staying because it could pay off. So these are possible special elections that could happen. The Georgia GOP is nervous about. Now, the last one I'll bring up, because we have one going on right now. The last one I'll bring up is right here. We have number 17, Colton Moore. And Colton Moore, right there. Colton Moore is a state senator up there around Walker County. He would resign. I do not have notification that he has. But he has put out he's running for the 14th District of Congress. Does not mean he has to resign. But I don't see him serving in the next legislative session when January, February, and March, he would lose those months to campaign. When over in the 14th District, the jungle primary will take place somewhere around March, and he can't raise money. So he's not said he's going to resign, but we see that coming. That's another one. Now, here's one that's interesting, number 19. And just to put it out here, here's number 19, because we got 2026 coming up. And where I'm going to close with this is we needed a leader to handle all this, to handle all this, juggle it, stay focused, not get rattled, not get nervous. That would have been me. I had to say it, right? I'm serious. This wouldn't bother me at all. Okay. Yeah, I could adjust game plan. I could put the headset on. I could stand on the sideline. Now, David Cross, I did not run, so I didn't lose, but David Cross ran in the rigged election in the Georgia State GOP. Now, here's an interesting one, and I'll tell you why this is interesting. Because we have the state leadership committees, right? Brian Kemp has control. Burt Jones has control. And committee PACs that they can dump all the money they want. Burt Jones, he's already loaned himself $10 million. John Burns, boom. Brian Kemp, boom. But Chris Carr, the Attorney General, and Brad Raffensperger, Secretary of State, they're running against Burt Jones, who loaned himself $10 million, got that big pot of money. The guy on the left and the guy on the right cannot raise money. They can't raise money. Nope. They cannot, because they are state constitutional officers, and during the legislative session, representatives, senators, and state constitutional officers cannot raise money. So they would lose January, February, and March. So Brad Raffensperger, Chris Carr, has sued. He has sued to say the leadership PACs are unfair, and he wants them extinguished and done away with. The court said no. They upheld them. So Chris Carr's lost. Brad Raffensperger's suing, right? He's suing. And he says, wait a minute. I don't want you to get rid of them. I want you to level the playing field. So if Burt Jones couldn't raise all the money he wants, and Brian Kemp could raise all the money he wants, and John Burns can raise all the money, then just level the playing field for us. Now, my reasoning for why he's doing this lawsuit now, and I don't know if something's come out since we came on the air, but put this on a watch list. Don't get caught off guard if Chris Carr and Brad Raffensperger resign to raise money. Because they don't want to lose January, February, and March. Keep that in mind. If the courts come back and they say to Brad Raffensperger now, no, we're not going to equal the playing field. Now, if they equal the playing field, then Chris Carr and Brad Raffensperger stay in their office and they can go raise money. And then it would make it to where every one of them could raise money. That's another show. If everyone could raise money. Do you realize what that would change if every state lawmaker out there in those 3 months could raise money? That would be enormous. And it'll also end the opportunities to run against them. But that being said, keep an eye on Raffensperger and Chris Carr with the possible resignation. Now, here's where we're going to go. So we go to the Georgia GOP, and Josh McCoon pulls every rabbit out of his hat. The Frost family pull every rabbit out of their hat. The GRA, which is the Frost family at this time, they're pulling rabbits out of their hat. And what do? I'm not saying the GRA did this, but they bring in none other than who? Steve Bannon, right? And people stood in line and they packed the house. They brought in Steve Bannon to speak. Yes, Josh did everything. Now, Steve Bannon comes in there. Steve Bannon knows the Georgia GOP is in a total mess. Steve Bannon knows there's a big part of the Georgia GOP Inc. delegates that don't want Josh McCoon, that want a clean house. He knows all this going on the stage. But he gets fed, I'm going to give you one, Sally Grubbs. Sally Grubbs, the first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. They feed things into Steve Bannon, leading him to believe X, Y, and Z. You got John Fredericks in Georgia. But Steve Bannon comes and he gives this glowing speech at the Georgia GOP, right? But it seems like, was it yesterday? It starts at 6 minutes. Diane, I have him down. I gave you a timestamp. Give me Bannon, Georgia GOP video 8. Did I send it?
In McCarthy, let's run on good government. That was a good 30-point blowout. Down in Georgia, the one to look at is Georgia, another feckless, hapless Republican Party down there, no energy. Where Trump wins, I think that state house race, that district, by, I don't know, 20 points. We lose the other night. This is doable. It is winnable, but it takes intense focus.
Feckless, useless, no energy, Georgia Republican Party. Huh. You see, Donald J. Trump endorsed Josh McCoon. People in Georgia, like sending word from Sally Grubb, right? Steve Bannon. What was the GOP chair's name? I forget his name. I don't even want to know his name. He's running for chairman up there. He's running for Senate up in North Carolina. He had Josh McCoon had. Now you heard, feckless, useless, no energy, a disaster of a GOP, Georgia GOP. Why yesterday, Steve? Why now that you decide it's a disastrous Georgia GOP? We're going into the 2026. Why? Why did you come speak? Why did you get the private jet that we paid for, the private room, all of the, the amenities? Got paid to speak. Why? I guess it was it the money, Steve? Right? The Georgia GOP was okay. Private jet, right? Private suite, paying for speaking engagement. Georgia GOP was great. Josh McCoon was great, right? Remember, what was it Donald Trump said? Josh will never let you down. Now, I'm not picking on the president of the United States. Never let you down, huh? Okay. And then we have Burt Jones endorse Josh. Marjorie Taylor Greene endorsed Josh. I mean, he was getting endorsements. He was just flipping them out left and right. But Steve said yesterday, no energy, disaster, Georgia GOP. Not me. I keep getting hit. Well, you keep going on there and attacking the Georgia. No. I'm black and white. Now we're going into 2026, and we've got a disaster for a state party. We do. Now, so the AJC absolutely loves. The AJC absolutely loves to write anything negative they can on the Republican Party losing and the Democrats gaining steam. And what they really like is they like lacing this in here, number 75. So it's like, wait a minute, we have Republicans on the ropes. They're in trouble. Charlie Bailey, the Democrat committee guy, looks like the guy. We're going to every time we need to get some more mileage, we're going to have the Frost family available. Well, first, building and loan, right? Number 75, the state investigation. Now, First Liberty Building and Loan, right? I think an FBI investigation, because it crossed state lines. There is a federal Securities and Exchange Commission investigation. There is an ethics complaint against the GRA 61 violations and the GRA PAC investigation. And then there's the Secretary of State of Georgia, which oversees these trading or whatever they are, exchanges, investigation. They're all over the place. Now, don't forget this before we go here. Give me 148. Is it 148? Right? Now, is it Gregory Hayes? In his first quarterly report, right? First of all, the receiver reports to the court, First Liberty Building Loan, this is a disaster. Can't find records, can't find the books. People that apparently have loans say they don't have loans. This is a disaster. But this is the first report, quarterly report. And remember, the only one named at this time is Brant Frost IV, the dad, the patriarch of the family, First Liberty Building and Loan. And the only time that truly, where this is concerned, the only time truly that Brant Frost V, who worked there, is named in anything, that's the GRA PAC, right? The GRA PAC, he's named in that for the violations for the Ethics Committee. Now, in this, insiders is plural. During the application period, the receiver also discovered that significant transfers of funds and other assets were made to third parties, insiders, and affiliates. Affiliates, plural. Not an affiliate. Affiliates, plural. Insiders, plural. So he breaks the ice that this is going to get wide open, plural. Now, let's go back to none other than the Frost family, which Colton Moore got a lot of money from, and I've asked him over and over if he would address it. So let's go back to, what do I have here? I had it here a minute ago. 76. So the state Secretary of State investigation is going to fire up. Investigators ramp up probe into First Liberty collapse. The state investigators into the collapse of First Liberty Building and Loan is shifting into a new phase as insiders at the politically connected lender have been ordered to give depositions in the coming days. Insiders. Remember, insiders was over on the other one. That's the federal one. This is state. So insiders is plural. And all of these investigations are sharing information, in my humble opinion. Number 77, the state investigation into the collapse of the First Liberty Building and Loan is shifting into a new phase as the insiders are now going to be coming in for depositions. The Noonan Leader, which touted its ability to say yes to borrowers when big banks said no, shut the doors, accused of a federal regulators of operating a nine-figure, $140 million Ponzi scheme. 78. Now, as the scope of the collapse comes into sharper view, state investigators are intensifying their own civil inquiry. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger's office began summoning witnesses this week, including Brant Frost IV and his son, Brant Frost V. Yes, his son. Now, Brant Frost V has yet to be brought in, maybe one of the insiders brought in to this until now. Oh, this is going to break wide open. All right. And the AJC is going to use it every week. And the AJC is going to tie it to the Georgia Republican Party for testimony as the state's review picks up speed. Number 79, retirees who entrusted a few $1,000s along with, now listen to this, along with Frost and his son, Brant Frost V, Raffensperger's investigation has subpoenaed several of their former staffers and allies. Wow, does this mean? Whoa, allies. Now, do you not believe staffers, allies? Oh, there's going to be some leaking. Now is when everybody starts doing a little CYA. This is where people, allies, staffers, this is where they lawyered up. Yes, they're lawyered up. If you receive this and you happen to be one of the allies or the staffers, this is a lawyer up moment. Oh, yeah. You don't just go in there. And you go in there and your lawyer says, look, we can go in there and make deals. Well, maybe it's not time for deals. Maybe there's not charges yet. They are set to testify within the next 2 weeks, according to state officials. Number 80, the widening probe. This is, what is this young lady's name? Catherine Bernard. I know I get a lot of pushback on this. I get people that argue with me. I actually like Catherine Bernard. I can explain one day. Call me up. I'll explain. But I actually like Catherine Bernard. Catherine Bernard we have had a debate multiple times over several issues, and I respect the way we have had the debate. I really do. For me, it's shown a lot about her. You could say, well, she's this side or that side. That's it. Now, number 80. Gregory Hayes, the court-appointed receiver, wrote in the quarterly report that he's preparing a lengthy battle to recover the money. Now, the receiver wrote insiders affiliates. Remember, it's that part, the federal part, is going same line. Hayes found that more than $300,000 in political and charitable contributions connected to First Liberty and the Frost family have already been voluntarily returned. Not by everybody, but that's only a fraction of the $1.5 million in donations tied to the family and its companies that are largely flowed to Republican candidates, party organizations, and conservative causes. Party organizations. Would that be the Republican Party of Georgia? There's others. But, well, Brant Frost V isn't named in the SEC complaint, but the Secretary of State's office and the State Ethics Commission are looking into the involvement. 81. The Georgia Republican Assembly PAC, which Brant Frost IV led, is accused of 61 violations. All right? And Raffensperger office is seeking documents tied to a new lending firm Frost put together. All right? Let's see. Brant Frost V has declined repeated requests for comments, including after he was elected to a Coweta County GOP post in August. Yes, he's in Coweta County. Yes, okay. Records show he recently became a licensed insurance. Oh, Hayes cautioned in the report that recovering money from victims can be expensive and protracting process, which will take many months. Oh, they're going to draw this out. Now, here's the other one, 82. I got to get this wrapped up, 82. That puts alleged victims in a tricky place. Now, you see the picture here? That's Brant Frost V, right? GOP chairman, Coweta County. He is on there. We say yes when big banks say no. This is on the John Frederick show. Yes, this is on John Frederick's show when he is touting the company, First Liberty, right? The Patriot economy. Hortman increased his investment after he invested a total of $275,000. Not long before the lender shut down, he made another $200,000 investment. Hortman increased his investment after after meetings with Frost the fourth, who promised him a larger return. Frost was really good at what he did. He was so convincing of the elder Frost. I never had an inkling he wasn't on the up and up. So I'm telling you right now, that will get tied. I'm going to look you in the eye right now and say, if you're out there and you can, the Georgia GOP Inc., you need to stop with the no one's been found guilty. You need to stop that no one's been accused. You need to stop that you can't remove somebody or ask them to leave and they haven't done it. You need to stop the cover. Stop saying you want to win in 2026 and leaving this hang. Stop it now. All right? Now, Brant Frost V there is still got a tie to Coweta County Republican Party and is controlling it behind the scenes. The guy on the screen. His sister, Katie Frost, who worked at First Liberty as community liaison, connection, whatever, but she worked there, is still the third district chair of the Georgia Republican Party and a executive committee member of the Georgia Republican Party, Katie Frost. Mother, Krista Frost, is the second vice chair, I think, of Coweta County Republican Party. She's the state committee person for the Republican Party of Georgia, and she's on their state committee. And she's also on the 3rd District, I think, of Georgia Executive Committee. The Georgia Republican Party needs to end every single relationship with the Frost family, because between special elections, jungle primaries, the pressure of primaries, right? The AJC is going to do this 76. Every time you turn around, you're going to have something in the AJC. Something. They're going to keep pulling these Republicans back up to the top. And what we need is a really good, we need to focus statement from the Georgia Republican Party chairman, because we don't need to go down the tubes any further, like Bannon said, if you're not going to listen to me, like Bannon said. And we need to end all ties with these people, every tie. Because let me tell you something. You can get upset all you want. Number 71. Democrats have a plan. I've looked at their plan all along. And here's the Democrat Legislative Campaign Committee. Designates Georgia State Senate 2026 target. All right? The Georgia State Senate, they have moved in to a target. And here you go, 72, right? We are thrilled. Georgia Senate Democrats. This is the Georgia State Senate Democrats. They just flipped the House. Josh says no big deal. We are thrilled that DLCC recognizes the opportunity to elect more Democrats in Georgia Senate as we hold Republicans accountable for failing votes and rising costs, failing voters and rising costs. With the DLCC as a key partner, we're ready to recruit strong candidates, contest every seat possible, reach every voter to turn the tide and make lasting inroads. 2026 is one in a generation opportunity to fundamentally transform the state legislative power here in Georgia. And I'm telling you, they're well on their way. Because look, you want to see highlights that are going to be coming up. And commercials that are going to be run in Georgia. Look at this right here. I got it here. Hold tight. Maybe I have it. Where's it at? I know I have it. Give me number. Hang tight. I know I have it. Don't go anywhere. Give me number. I got the heat too high up here today. I'm going to get it for you. It's, I can't say any better. Oh, there it is. Give me number 146. Right there. Right where I was looking for it. All right. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Georgia Power. Georgia Power. Now, you remember Tim Echols wearing his Georgia Power hat, right? Who lost. We just lost 2 PSC races. Georgia Power PSC staff strike deal for a $16 billion expansion to power data centers. Georgia Power and the Public Service Commission staff unveiled a deal Wednesday that would allow the utility to build to add about 10,000 megawatts of power supplies in just 5 years, an unprecedented expansion that mostly services data centers. Mostly services data centers. We just lost those 2 races. Electricity is going through the air. There he is. Thank you, Diane. There he is. Remember Tim Echols wearing his Georgia Power uniform hat there? He just lost the election. Why? Now, when we talk about this, let me show you community in Georgia. Diane, I sent you that one when we opened the show, the very, very beginning. I didn't put a number to it, okay? I didn't put a number. Last night, this is going on all over the state. Developer withdraws $1.2 billion data center application in Hall County. This is where it starts. This is your community. Your community. Take control of it. Your commission, your taxes, they spend, your property taxes, whatever. You stop. You control the water, the electricity, your community. I want to say this is one of the most amazing sites because it says Americans will still stand up in their community. Now, take that down. I had one more before I go to that little break. We have the 14th district. It's going to be the 14th district is going to be a very tough race. We've got a lot of people running. Now, 29, let's not forget this. 29, I want to say how much I appreciate David Cross and others. This happened this past week, right? Undersigned, missing duplicate ballots. We did December 10th. Today's the 12th. We did a full segment on this. Wednesday, you can go see on Voice of Rural America Rumble channel. And then we have number 35. We have the Pay Attention to Department of Justice standoff here with Harmeed Dillon. All right, the U.S. Justice Department, top civil rights lawyer, vows to sue Georgia after she says state officials told her to go pound sand. So Fulton County will probably, I don't know what they're going to do. Fulton County, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. They're going to fight everywhere. They won't let Jason Frazier on the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections. They won't let Julie Adams continue there. They don't want her back on there. They won't let us have the ballots. They won't open up to the DOJ. Now, I mean, we do have a case, finally now have a case sent to the Attorney General's office with about a $700,000 fine. All right, Diane, I want to take 1 minute. I have a special message I want to give you before we leave today. I got a special message I want to give you, okay? It does involve Christmas. We're not done with the George Hour. Please do not leave. I'm only going to be gone for 1 minute. Diane, give me a minute here. Take a break.
It's Santa's final clearance at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $10,000 off 2025 Chevy Suburbans or up to $8,000 off Chevy Tahoes. But hurry, Santa's final clearance will be gone in a flash. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where we put the days in the holidays. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
All right, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching the Georgia Hour, brought to you by voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. You remember back, I got a jacket here. Let's grab another jacket. You remember back in the old days, like when I would wear a tie every day in this white shirt? I just grabbed a tie. I grabbed the first one out of here. I think my mom got me this tie. I know what you're going to say. Well, it's going to winter and looks spring. But you remember when I used to do that every day? Every day I did that every day, every morning. 2 hours a day. And then we added the Georgia Hour, and wow. You know, for years, Diane, give me this right here. I'm going to want 37, so be ready for 37. Give me number 50. You know, for years, and I mean for years, I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and I come to work here at this desk at 4 a.m. for years. And someone's asked me multiple times, why do you get up and why do you go to work at 4 a.m. in the morning? Well, the deep state, corporate corrupt, Mockingbird Media, they drop their narrative at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then also a little side note, one winter or summer, I went to stay with my grandfather, and he got up at 4 a.m. and I was 8 years old. And I said, Grandpa, why do we get up at 4 a.m. to go to work? Because I love to go to work with my grandfather. And he said, because a man gets up and goes to work in the morning. And it was pretty simple. I mean, he just told me at 8 years old, a man gets up, goes to work in the morning. So I've thought all my life, you got to get up and go to work in the morning. And that's not changed with me. Until the good Lord calls me home, and I'm not going to do this is not going to be a revival, but until the good Lord decides to call me home, I'm probably going to get up and go to work in the morning. Now, we are coming into Christmas, and we got a couple weeks left here. You got kids, you got grandkids, right? You got kids, you got grandkids. You've got moms, you've got dads. And I just want to say something in the next couple weeks. I want you to do me a favor and make a list. I want you to make a list of everybody you know that lost a loved one this year. Lost a mom, lost a dad, maybe lost a child. Maybe lost a brother or sister, an aunt and uncle. Maybe a wife that lost her husband, no matter what it is. And I want you to reach out to that person. Because I have to tell you, you always remember your first holiday without dad. You always remember your first Christmas without a family member. I remember my mom going through the first Christmas without our dad. But everyone has that. So reach out, because it doesn't get any easier throughout the years. But those first ones are really difficult. So I'd like for you to do that. That's number one. Number two, I'd like for you to have a little love and compassion in your heart for your fellow man. Don't get so upset over the parking space. Don't do it. Don't get so upset because someone pulled in before you. Don't do it. Just relax. Go into the store and say Merry Christmas. Right? Please, open your heart. Prepare to receive. You see, you receive gifts. Christmas, you receive. Open your heart. Be prepared to receive. Now, one more thing. Make memories. Go to church. Now, I'm not going to get on here and start telling you what church you got to go to and, what religion and what Bible you got to carry. I'm not going to do any of that. But go to church. Go to Christmas Eve service. Find a church that has Christmas Eve service, where people are looking at each other and saying Merry Christmas, where people are singing Joy to the World, where people are singing Silent Night, Holy Night, whatever. Where people are looking at each other and saying Merry Christmas with a smile before they go out the church door. Candlelight service, go. Find a church. Go to one. And on Christmas Day, call your kids. I haven't spoke to my kids in call them. Call them. Go ahead, call them. What are they going to do? Yell at you? Well, if they yell at you, guess what? You get to hear their voice. Call your mom. Call your dad. Kids, if you're out there, call your parents. I don't know every family's situation, and I don't know what all of you are going through from time to time, but there's not one child out there that should not speak to their mom and dad on Christmas. And there's not one mom and dad that shouldn't speak to their child on Christmas now that I've gotten in your business. I'm just telling you that. You should, okay? You see, Christmas is the birth, right, of the Lord and Savior, sent to us, perfect in every way. The sacrifice, the risen Savior. You see, everything's the total, complete package. But let's look at it another way. Christmas is the birth of Jesus. Maybe it's the birth of you getting a relationship back together. Maybe it's ground zero for you and a friend. Maybe it is. You see, don't wish harm on your fellow man. Don't do it. Don't wish harm. Don't wish hate on your fellow man. Don't do it. So I want to tell you this before I go. I get a lot of mail throughout the year, a lot of mail. And I've got the people that don't like me side. Okay? They don't like me. But then I've got the people that watch this show every day. I met a man one time. I'll tell you this quick story, and we're going to wrap up here, and there's a reason I'm closing this way. I went to a Marjorie Taylor Greene town hall, and there was a man outside holding up a sign, and he was upset about something, and he was holding up a sign, and I went up to him and asked him his name and why he was holding that sign up and what it meant to him. And we struck up a conversation. I told him I do a show. And man, he emails me so many articles. He knows I get up and I'm here at the Resolute desk at 4 a.m. And It's not unusual. I get text messages at 4 a.m., right? And all kinds of articles. You have always been the research department of this show. You really have. I mean, I have received, my favorite messages have always been, I don't agree with you today. I didn't agree with this today, but I love the show, right? A lady one time, I call them dear friends. A lot of you I don't know. There's many of you that are phone numbers. I don't know you. There's so many of you that are just phone numbers and not just phone numbers. And I get articles and I get messages and you comment. When I say something, you comment and you say, hey, today you said this. So there's a lady that's been watching for quite some time. I absolutely love this lady. She's a wonderful person. And she likes to send emails. And she'll send me very in-depth emails. And one day she sent me a scorcher. Just an absolute scorcher. And she went on and she didn't agree with me and blah, 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 and on and on and on. I mean, she just lit BKP right up. And then at the end, she said, I love the show. Can't wait for tomorrow. And I was like, that made me smile. I was like, that is the show. That's what we do here. We talk about every subject. We don't treat each other bad. We don't yell at each other. We disagree. Oh, a lot of you disagree with me. But you come back the next day. I've got a dear friend now in northern Idaho. Dear friend. Text message. I never met this person. Don't know that I know the individual's name. Just northern Idaho in the house. Sends me videos, emails. There's people out there that I text at 7 o'clock in the morning. Call me. I want you to look this up. I need help. But most of all, I got two things I want to do before we close. Diane, give me that picture. I think I show you a picture. When I was a kid, and you see the box, I don't know if you know anything about this Hess truck for Christmas. My Uncle Danny used to stop every year. He's a truck driver. And he died at a very young age. And my Uncle Danny used to stop every year to get us a Hess truck. Uncle Danny would bring us a Hess truck. And I don't know if you know this, but every year when I was a little kid in the 60s, 70s, or whenever they started coming out, Hess would change the style every year. It'd be a different truck. You would always be, wait, what is the Hess truck this year? My Uncle Danny would get us one, and he died, and he was just like the greatest guy in the world. I never seen him and he wasn't happy. Never seen him and he wasn't smiling. He told me all the little dumbest jokes I've ever heard in my life. He had a great sense of humor. And I remember when he died, and he always brought us every Christmas that Hess truck. Memories. You see, you come across people in your life. And I'm a believer in divine intervention. I'm a strong believer in divine intervention. I'm a strong believer in I do nothing. It happens. I'm a strong believer that God put people in my path. I'm a strong believer that the path that I'm walking has what the Lord intends for me next. Strong believer in that. You don't know people. I used to say, God got me through this year with or without you. And it doesn't sound very nice. Like, what's that mean? God put me through this year with or without you. With you, without you. God puts people in your life. God takes people out of your life. God moves you along to the next thing in life. That's it. And, I'm going to close here. I do this only by the support of my wife. Support my wife. My wife puts up with me. That's another story, right? I do it every day by the support of my wife. She puts up with me. She puts up when I accidentally turn on the bedroom light at 3:30 in the morning. She says, why is that light on at 3:30 in the morning? She hears the shower come on every morning at 3:30. Like, why do I have to hear all this, right? She hears it. And she supports. I have a lot of friends out there, very supportive, loving, caring people. My mom will call and tell me when I need a haircut, need to lose weight. Mom will call and tell me what I should not have said. My mom will call and tell me that I'm using bad words and I should not use bad words. But, I have to tell you, I want to say this before I close. Get my phone here, okay? But you only come across certain people one time in life. One time. And I know how that sounds, but you do. If you sit and think about everything I'm saying today and you play this back, you come across people one time in life. And you say that one time that you came across that person changed your life, made you a better person, and just is a part of the memories that you will go on through years with because you came across that person. This show will go to 11:30 if I start naming some names. But I don't want to leave this program without saying Diane. You people have been on here for years hearing me say, Diane, get me number this. Diane, play that video. Diane, that wasn't the number. Yes, it was. Diane, are you sure? Diane, why did that happen? There's only a couple times in life that someone comes across. I've told this story how many times? When I met Diane, I said to her, would you like to produce this show? She didn't hesitate. I mean, it's like a coach saying, do you want to run the ball? I think I might want to run the ball. She said, yes. Okay. I said, well, wait a minute, slow down. Do you realize I could be hard to get along with? And she laughed out loud. She actually did. Yeah, really, right? And, I just want to say, I couldn't get up, do the show without my wife. I couldn't get up and do the show without you. I definitely could not get up and do this show without Diane. Now, those are very direct comments, but I don't think I could ever say or do the show without saying, Diane, get me number 29. Are you sure that's number 29? And correcting me in the nicest ways. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the great state of Georgia. Go to church Christmas. Realign with all your family and friends. And you know what? Happy trails to you until we meet again. God bless. Get my jacket here.
May the road be kind and true, and the sky stay clear and blue, till we meet again, my friends. Happy trails to you.